Good morning, dear students. This week we are going to start with our account, and the chapter which I have picked to teach you all is depreciation. Though it is not the first chapter, we'll go by it because being the online classes, I just want to begin with a chapter which is easily understandable. So we'll be learning about depreciation. So in this chapter we'll be seeing what is depreciation, then why is it required to calculate depreciation, what are the causes of depreciation of a fixed asset. Then you will see what are the various methods depreciation can be calculated in a company. And in this chapter you will be learning two ways, that is straight line method and reducing balance method in calculating depreciation. The word depreciation is derived from a Latin word depreciam. D means decline, reduction in the value of fixed asset, and pretium means price. Okay, reduction in the price of a fixed asset. And this reduction, it could be because of any reason. It could be because of the passage of time in the sense, since the fixed asset has come into the organization, the time, number of years. Obsolescence means outdated, if the machinery has become outdated, or any other cause which we will be learning in detail in our further class. Every business, it maintains two types of assets. One is fixed assets and the other one is current assets. And fixed assets are those assets which are used by the company over a period of time, not just an year but more than 1 year. And that is why the depreciation is always calculated on the fixed assets of the company, because an asset which is being used in the company for a long time, there is always a possibility, it always happens that the value of that particular asset decreases. And that is why, to know the correct value of the asset throughout that particular accounting year, the depreciation is calculated on fixed assets. Few examples of fixed assets would be building and premises, machinery, furniture, and so on. And if we are talking about the current assets of the company, we have cash, then bills, receivable, prepaid expenses, or any other liquid assets. Depreciation is a reduction in the value of an asset. Asset means an item of property which is owned by a person or a company. So here in this slide what they are saying is depreciation is a gradual reduction or loss in the value of a fixed asset. Asset is property here, and like a building is the property of a organization, its plant and machinery, furniture, etc. సో బేసిక్గా ఏంటన్నారంటే డెప్రిషియేషన్ అన్నది ఇట్స్ రిడక్షన్ ఇన్ ది వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ ది అసెట్. మన కంపెనీలోని ఫిక్స్డ్ అసెట్ వాడినప్పుడు, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ లెట్ us థింక్ దట్ ఒక మెషినరీ 80,000 పెట్టి కొన్నాం, దాన్ని ఒక 3 years తర్వాత అమ్మేద్దాం అనుకున్నప్పుడు మనం అదే ధరకి అమ్మగలమా? అమ్మలేము. ఎందుకంటే అది మన కంపెనీలోని వీ హ్యావ్ యూజ్డ్ ఇట్ అండ్ ఇట్స్ వాల్యూ హ్యాస్ రిడ్యూస్డ్. సో దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఈస్ డెప్రిషియేషన్. సో ఈ రెడ్యూస్ అయిపోయిన వాల్యూనే డెప్రిషియేషన్ అంటారు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మనం ఒక టీవీ కొనుక్కుంటాం అనుకోండి, ఇట్స్ అ కామన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. వీ బాట్ టెలివిజన్ ఫర్ సమ్ సే 50,000. After 2 years, if we want to sell it, we cannot sell it for the same price because we have already used it. Say in the market, if the shop owner has a fixed price of 35,000, we have to sell for that amount. So this difference amount, 50,000 and 35,000, that 15,000, that is called as the depreciation amount. Depreciation means decrease in the price. Like we bought the TV for 50,000, now we are selling it for 35,000. So the decrease in the value, that 15,000, that is called as the depreciation. You have beautiful example of fixed assets in the picture, children. The building you can see, oka company lo unna computers are the asset item, or you say the property of the organization. We have furniture, we have vehicle, we have machinery, mobile phone, and so on. The definition as per Mr. Spicer and Pegler we have, they are saying that an asset which has got a great life, which could be used in the organization for n number of years, and it is because it is put it into the use and is getting exhausted, the reduction in the value of this asset is called as depreciation. And this exhaustion, this reduction in the value could be because of any cause, because of any reason. If we take one of the examples would be wear and tear. Wear and tear means continuous usage of the machine in its working, or the asset put it into use. Or we can say the cause is because of physical forces like wind, rain or weather. The cause could be anything, which will be further studied in detail. Pickles is saying that depreciation is diminution. Diminution means reduction. Reduction could be regarding the quality of the asset, it could be regarding the quantity of the asset, or regarding the value of the asset, which could be permanent or which could be continuous. So that is what this definition given by Mr. Pickles says. Depreciation is the permanent and continuing diminution in the quality, quantity, or the value of an asset. As per the Institute of Cost and Management Accounting, ICMA London, depreciation is the reduction or diminution in the real value of an asset because of its use. It could be either because of use or because of the lapse of time. Lapse of time in the sense the lifetime of the asset. The reason could be that as well. Like if we got an asset and we are using it, every item it has got a certain lifetime. Beyond that, that particular item becomes not that useful and it reaches to its scrap value. Scrap value is the minimum value, the residual value. Next we are going to see what is the need for calculation of depreciation, or let us say what are the objectives of depreciation, or why is it important to calculate depreciation. So first and foremost point is to ascertain the true profit or loss account of the company. It is necessary that we calculate depreciation because all the revenue expenses, as we all know, all the expenses are written on the debit side of the profit and loss account. So depreciation also has to be shown there with rest of the expenses, whatever the company is incurring, whatever the company is bearing, like say salaries, or whether it is rent or postage and stationery. So likewise the depreciation also, obviously depreciation is an expense to the company because it is a loss on the value of the asset of the company. So along with the rest of the revenue expenses, depreciation should also be shown on the debit side of the profit and loss account while preparing the final accounts. Only then it will give the true profit and loss account. The net profit amount which we'll get after putting the depreciation will be the correct one. If we see the second point, we have to present the true and fair financial position. Financial position of the company we get after we prepare the correct balance sheet, where we come to know what are the assets of the company, what are the properties of the company, and what are the liabilities of the company, how company is liability to others. So for that reason we need to show the correct value of asset there. We cannot show the value of the asset which we have paid or which we have incurred at the time of purchase. So to show the right value of the asset during that particular year, during that particular financial year, it's compulsory that we deduct the depreciation value from it and show that particular asset in our asset side of balance sheet. The next point, the third point we have is to have funds for replacement of assets. So what companies generally do is when they get profits, a part of it they put it aside in the name of depreciation. So this amount is used on the repairs, or we can say on the replacement of the uh, assets, or buying of the new asset. The next point we have is to ascertain the true cost of production. So cost of production, children, when an item we prepare, we while putting price on it, we take every factor of production we have used in making this product during that year. So when we are using production of this product, or let us say for example if you have used some sort of machine in making of the product, we have to include the value of the machine also that has gone in preparation of this product. So we cannot take the value of the machine when it was bought, the number of years it has been put into use, and now the value the machine might have, that value will be something which will include in our cost of production. So to know the true value of cost of production, we need to depreciate the fixed assets which we have used in its production. The last point we have is to fulfill the legal requirements. Joint stock companies, big companies, what they do is, we all know they raise capital from general public. One of the best means is through shares, and so when company has taken amount on part of shares, it is supposed to pay dividends to its shareholders, and that is why it is compulsory for the joint stock companies to show the depreciation account, calculation of depreciation, unless they cannot release the dividends. So this is one legal formality which the joint stock company, it's must for them to go through. So that is why also the depreciation is calculated. So here in this topic we have seen what is the importance of depreciation. Without depreciation we don't get a true profit and loss or the balance sheet of an organization, and if we don't calculate depreciation, we can never spare a particular amount aside in the name of depreciation for using on the assets in future. And also getting the true cost of production is impossible, and to fulfill, to reach certain legal formalities, we need to, it's compulsory that depreciation is calculated. So that is regarding need for depreciation, students. Next we are going to see what are the causes of depreciation. What depreciation has to be calculated, what is the reason that the value of the asset is reducing. The first and foremost we have is wear and tear. Wear and tear of the fixed asset means when a fixed asset is put into use in the business operation for earning income or earning revenue, and when this machine, or you say when this asset is used in the organization, its value reduces, and that is why it is called as, because of the usage of the asset in the working, the value of the asset has reduced because of its wear and tear. The next point we have is physical forces. Physical forces could be any physical force, it could be weather, rain or winds, because of which the asset has affected whether the asset is being used or not. The next we have is expiration of legal rights. Legal rights are when we give the trademarks, or let's say patents or copyrights to use an asset, or we give an asset on lease. After the expiration of the time, the value of such asset may decrease because of the time period. Next we have is obsolescence. Obsolescence means when the existing asset which we are using, it becomes outdated because of some technological change, that is called as obsolescence. The next point we have is accidents. Accidents, any accident, any natural calamity or an accident like because of some short circuit, let's say if one of the godowns is on fire, it is a loss to the organization because of the fire. And if we are talking about the natural calamities, let's say earthquakes or floods or heavy rains. So like see one of the beautiful examples of Hudhud in Visakhapatnam. Many organizations, they were affected because of Hudhud here. And so that is again about accidents. The last point we have, because of which the value of an asset decreases, is depletion. Depletion means finishing. So assets which have got this wasting character, like let us say mines, quarries, oil wells, from which after extraction of this raw material, they get empty. So that is what it is called as depletion. Once those uh, assets are completely utilized, they become empty and are of not much use. So that is how again it is one of the causes of depreciation. So these were the causes of depreciation, students. Next we have is different types of depreciation. Methods of providing depreciation, dear students. The very two important methods are straight line method and reducing balance method. And in this chapter, you will be learning both these methods in calculating the depreciation of an organization. And to tell about the first one, straight line method, it is the simplest and widely used method in providing depreciation. And let us go to the next slide now. It's time to go there and have a look on other methods as well. In the list of other methods, the first one we have is annuity method, then depreciation fund method, insurance policy method, revaluation method, depletion method, and machine hour rate method. We are going to learn about straight line method. It is very easy to understand, very simple to calculate depreciation. Asset can be depreciated up to the net scrap value or the zero value, and depreciation, it remains throughout the same throughout the life of the asset. And this method is suitable for those assets whose useful life can be estimated accurately. So first and foremost method in calculating depreciation you'll be learning about is straight line method. Under this method, under straight line method of depreciation, depreciation is calculated per financial year of the organization, and also the rate of depreciation is fixed every year. Like if the lifetime of an asset, for example, we bought a furniture for the office, and we are expecting its life to be used for 10 years. So that is called as the life of the asset children. So for these 10 years, the depreciation we are going to calculate, whether whatever rate we are going to take, it's going to be same all those 10 years. And that is why it is called as fixed installment method or equal installment method. And also the depreciation which is calculated, it is calculated on the original cost, the cost which was incurred at the time of purchase of the asset. On that original cost, the depreciation is calculated. So this method is also called as original cost method. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a great day.